Functionalist Theories of the Family by Emma and Fern. Geographical mobility. In pre-industrial society, people spent their lives in the same place. Nowadays, people move from place to place and change occupations regularly. Parsons suggested that it was easier for nuclear families to move, harder for extended families to move, as they were not as compact and possibly family members were more dependent. Therefore, the geographically mobile workforce necessitated a change to the nuclear family. Socially mobile workforce. The nuclear family is better equipped than the extended family to meet the needs of industrial society. The nuclear family encourages social mobility as well as geographical mobility. It is deliberately structurally isolated. When Britain began to industrialise, the extended family gave way to the nuclear. The emerging industrial society had different needs from the pre-industrial. The family had to adapt to these needs. Murdoch. He looked at a sample of 250 societies to define the family. The family, according to Murdoch, is a social group characterised by common residence, economic cooperation and reproduction. It includes adults of both sexes, at least two of whom maintain a socially approved sexual relationship, and one or more children, owned or adopted, of the sexually cohabiting adults. Murdoch identified 4 functions needed to be fulfilled by a family, so these are universal functions. Sexual, prevents affairs and ensures paternity of children. Reproductive, to produce society's next generation. Emotional, economic, food and shelter, men working, women caring for home and kids, and educational, by which Murdoch actually meant primary socialisation. Parsons later argued that the family had lost functions, and there were 2 major functions of the family, which were primary socialisation and stabilisation of the adult personality. He believes in the warm bath theory, where all the cares and stresses are soaked away by the family. The functions the family performs depends on the kind of society in which it was found. There are 2 kinds of family structure, nuclear and extended. There are 2 basic types of society. Modern industrial, which is associated with nuclear, and traditional pre-industrial, which is associated with extended. Criticisms of theories of the family, functionalists. Just to recap, functionalist views and ideas include the importance of the nuclear family, universality of the family, changing functions, and how the nuclear family fits in modern society. Criticisms of Murdoch. Firstly, his picture of the family. It may be unrealistic. He's very, very keen on it. He's very positive, perhaps too much so. The family is seen as a multifunctional institution which is indispensable to society. However, Murdoch did not consider whether its functions could be performed by other social institutions. He doesn't examine alternatives to the family, such as kibbutzim. D.H.J. Morgan suggested that Murdoch does not state to what extent these basic functions are inevitably linked with the institution of the nuclear family. Murdoch's description of the family is almost too good to be true. Morgan states, Murdoch's nuclear family is a remarkably harmonious institution. Husband and wife have an integrated division of labour, and they have a good time in bed. Criticisms of Talcott Parsons. One criticism is it's a very brief summary on the family. It's far from complete. Parsons has also been accused of idealising the family with his picture of well-adjusted children and sympathetic spouses for each other's needs. It's typically optimistic. And this is perhaps because it's based largely on the American middle-class family. Morgan states there are no classes, no religions, no religious or ethnic groups or status groups, no communities in Parsons' analysis of the family. Therefore, it fails to explore functional alternatives to the family. The view of socialisation can be criticised as a one-way process, where children are pumped full of culture and their personality is being moulded by the powerful parents. It sees the family as a distinct institution separated from other aspects of social life, and this may be unrealistic. Lastly, more general criticisms of the family. Murdoch's definition of the family is criticised as being too narrow, excludes single-parent families and gay families. The idea of different gender roles in the family has been criticised by feminists. Feminists point out the family benefits men more so than women. The theory is seen as too positive and too optimistic. It ignores negative aspects of family life, or some families, such as domestic violence. Functionalists, it's claimed, focus too much on the positive aspects of the nuclear family and criticise other family types like single-parent families. There are many successful single-parent families. That ends the criticisms by David, Kirsty and Joe.